They both feel the room before entering it. But what they do with that feeling, that's where the story changes. Some lead by design, others lead by rhythm. Both move people through emotion, but one conducts it like a symphony, the other like a storm. An ENFJ walks into a room and instinctively knows what people need. It's not a guess, it's a mapping of emotion. Every word, every gesture is part of an unspoken architecture of connection. They don't just feel your mood, they calculate how to lift it. Empathy for them is an engineering of energy. When an ENFJ leads, you feel both seen and directed. They transform emotion into motion, a collective movement toward a shared vision. To them, care without structure is chaos. Love without purpose is lost potential. They are the strategic empaths, the ones who see where a heart should go and build the bridge to get there. But their gift is also their burden. They carry everyone's expectations until their own voice fades beneath the chorus they conduct. Sometimes, the leader who understands too much forgets how to simply feel. Then there's the ENFP. They don't read the room. They set it on fire. Empathy for them is not a map, but a pulse. They feel first and find meaning after. While the ENFJ builds a plan, the ENFP builds momentum. Their leadership is raw, intuitive, improvised. Less about direction and more about awakening something dormant in others. When they speak, logic bows to aliveness. They remind you why you started, not how to get there. Their empathy is spontaneous and electrifying, a mirror that reflects your best self before you even believe in it. But their flame burns fast. Without structure, inspiration can scatter like embers in the wind. And yet, in their unpredictability lies a rare kind of truth. They teach that to lead is not always to control, but to ignite. Both feel emotion as language, but they speak it through different dialects. The ENFJ channels Extroverted Feeling, FE. They read the room and adjust to harmonize it, shaping shared emotion into strategy. The ENFP leads with Extroverted Intuition, NE, an endless spark of possibilities, but colors it with Introverted Feeling, FI, staying grounded in personal values. They honor inner truth, then radiate outward, sparking resonance by being authentically themselves. The ENFJ is a map maker. The ENFP is a pathfinder. One builds roads so others don't get lost. The other shows that roads can be made of light. Together, they represent two faces of expressive empathy: the structured and the spontaneous, the planner and the poet, the mentor and the muse. When they collide, you can feel it. The ENFJ sees the ENFP as chaotic, too unfocused, too reactive. The ENFP sees the ENFJ as rigid, too polished, too calculated. But underneath the surface, each envies what the other embodies. The ENFJ longs for freedom, the ENFP for stability. They complete the circle of influence, discipline and emotion in perpetual conversation. In a team, the ENFJ is the coach, setting goals, tracking progress, protecting morale. They lead with intention, organizing chaos into clarity. People trust them because they make care feel safe. The ENFP is the spark plug. They walk in and the energy shifts. They don't motivate, they infect with possibility. Their meetings turn into movements. The ENFJ keeps the flame steady. The ENFP keeps it alive. And in the balance between those two rhythms, structure and spontaneity, teams find momentum that feels human. What we call charisma is often just empathy in motion. The ENFJ's F-E-N-I combination reads others and translates that into strategy. The ENFP's N-E-F-I absorbs energy and reflects it through emotion. Both are mirrors, but different kinds. The ENFJ reflects who you could be if you committed. The ENFP reflects who you already are when you believe. Empathy is not just feeling for someone. It's synchronizing with them long enough to translate their emotion into movement. The ENFJ translates emotion into direction. The ENFP translates emotion into momentum. To lead with empathy is to know when to plan and when to let go. The ENFJ teaches structure to emotion. The ENFP teaches freedom to purpose. If they listen to each other, they form a complete language of influence, vision guided by passion and passion anchored by vision. Empathy is not a method, it's a movement. And whether you lead with strategy or spontaneity, what matters most is the intention behind your fire. Some build the stage, others light it. Both are needed for the show to begin. Write in the comments, are you the strategic charisma or the emotional fire? And if this moved something in you, like it, share it, and subscribe. For more stories that decode how we lead and why we feel. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.